Did Meghan Markle and Prince Harry break centuries of tradition in a tell-all interview with Oprah Winfrey that could only be described as a bombshell? They did. Today, we're breaking down Harry and Meghan's explosive interview. Let's get started. Before scandals over flower girl dresses, pantyhose, being snubbed from family gatherings, you probably already knew the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in other ways. Compared to his brother, Prince William, Prince Harry has always had a wild child reputation. He was more interested in partying and joining the army than he was in carrying royal duties. As you probably already knew, the future Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, from her many roles as an actress, most notably as Rachel Zane in the hit TV show Suits. But that was before the two met on a blind date in early July 2016, set up by a mutual friend. Meghan and Harry's story was supposedly something straight out of a fairy tale, until it wasn't. After meeting and hitting it off, 3 weeks later, Harry invited Meghan to a trip to Botswana, Africa, and took her stargazing, and the rest was history. Soon enough, the actress became a part of the royal family, which meant participating in their royal duties. Every year, the family is responsible for carrying out over 2,000 official engagements throughout the UK and around the world. They're also responsible for thousands of charities and organizations. Prince Harry in particular was a fanatic for charities, especially after his military career. In 2014, he launched the Invictus Games and was associated with organizations such as Walking with the Wounded, the Halo Trust, and more. Along with the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, he started Heads Together in April 2015, a mental health awareness campaign. Meghan, a new part to this world, went on to support numerous causes. She's been associated with support for women, animal welfare, access to education, and the arts. Now, onto the part where they left this supposedly glamorous but stifling world. In a shocking twist, Harry and Meghan didn't just retire to Canada peacefully with their son. They wanted to go out in style, the Obama style to be specific. After they left, in an eerily similar manner to the former president and the First Lady when they left the White House, the two signed to Harry Walker Agency and signed a production deal with Netflix. According to a Reuters article dated June 24, 2020, Prince Harry and wife Meghan are ready to hit the speaker circuit after signing with an agency that works with former U.S. President Obama. The move is one of the first significant steps by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex to engage in paid work beyond the British royal family after they announced plans in January to lead a more independent life and finance it themselves. In December 2020, the two also entered a partnership with Spotify. Through their production company, Archwell Audio, they'll produce and host podcasts. The deal is estimated to be around $25 million. After stepping down, their first act was to launch their website, sussexroyal.com, on the same day that they announced their resignation. That was just one of the latest controversies and scandals. One of the most prominent scandals was in 2018 when it came out that Meghan bullied staff. This was revealed by a leaked email sent by one of their aides. Allegedly, Meghan bullied and mistreated 2 assistants who felt forced to leave. Others reported that they felt humiliated. And when it was time to comment on the issue, no action was taken when the complaints first came out. The statement released was, "The Duchess is saddened by this latest attack on her character, particularly as someone who has been the target of bullying herself and is deeply committed to supporting those who have experienced pain and trauma." That's not the only time Meghan was accused of strange behavior. She was also accused of pouring hot tea on a waitress, with some accounts saying she threw the cup at one of the Admiralty House staff in Oz. Alright, so next we're going to break down some of the claims Meghan and Harry made, and whether there is truth to them or they're fabrications. Claim: Meghan knew nothing about the royals. Meghan claims that before going into the royal world, she knew nothing about it. She called herself naive and had never researched what it would be like, saying that she didn't grow up with the same understanding of the royal family because she was from the States. However, that statement raised some eyebrows questioning her credibility. People pointed out that who doesn't do a deep dive through Google before going on a second date? The royal family has supposedly been accommodating her since the very start, especially since she's known to break numerous protocols. From sitting cross-legged, entering cars before the Queen, and wearing the wrong designer clothes, Cosmopolitan magazine can list up to 72 times Meghan broke protocol. The next claim, Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge, made Meghan cry right before the wedding. This one seems completely true, but both women come out on top. Apparently, ahead of the royal wedding, there was an argument regarding the bridesmaids' dresses, Princess Charlotte's dress in particular. But then Kate apologized, sent Meghan flowers and a note, and took accountability. Next claim, the couple wedded 3 days before the big televised wedding. Another bombshell that was dropped is that the Duke and Duchess said "I do" 3 days prior to the royal wedding. That claim is true to an extent. 3 days before, Meghan and Harry did come together and exchange vows with the Archbishop of Canterbury as their witness at their home. But the actual legal marriage did take place on 19 May 2018 in front of millions of people. But then there's the biggest doozy of the interview. Yes, we're talking about the racist claims against the royals. This time, going against protocol, Meghan's son Archie was denied his birthright of the title Prince. Meghan expressed her shock when she was told Archie wouldn't get police protection, and she thinks the decision was taken because of his mixed race. When the couples complained about money and that the palace refused to pay for Archie's security details, some people counter the argument by calling it tone-deaf, especially since these claims come from the same people who are regularly decked out in designer wear and live in literal palaces. This claim nearly made Oprah's eyes bug out of her head, and that's a direct accusation at the royal family for being racist toward the skin color of Meghan and Harry's son. When Meghan was pregnant, she told Winfrey there was a conversation about his skin and how dark it would be. Oprah, of course, asked the same question as millions of people who watched the interview. Who? But the married couple refused to reveal that person's identity, saying they wanted to protect them. Oprah later pointed out that the couple told her the person wasn't either the Queen or Prince Philip. Still, this racism was a large part of why Harry and Meghan decided to leave Britain. According to Harry, a person at the charity event told him how the UK is very bigoted. Harry pointed out that the UK wasn't bigoted, but the UK press, specifically the tabloids, are the bigoted ones. He also added in his own words, "Unfortunately, if the source of info is inherently corrupt or racist or biased, then that filters out to the rest of society." Next bombshell, they have been living off Princess Diana's fund. It's true. When the couple stepped down, the royal family cut him off financially in 2020. To complete the move to California, Harry had to use the money he inherited from his mother, Princess Diana. The princess had left both her sons £6.5 million, which they were supposed to inherit on their 30th birthdays. And since Harry's trust fund gathered interest, he received a whopping £10 million. Next claim, the royal family took away Meghan's passport and denied her mental help. Next, Meghan revealed that the royal family, which in royal terminology is called the firm, controlled her by taking away her passport and other travel documents. The claim was made further shocking by revealing that, at the time, she was made to feel trapped when she was having suicidal thoughts. When she asked the royal household for help, senior palace staff denied her. But what we would like to know is where Prince Harry was during this time. His wife was struggling. Why didn't he get her help through his therapist if she was suffering? Why didn't her mom Doria, a social worker, get her help while she was suffering? Those necessary documents, which included her keys and driver's license, were only given back to her when the couple moved to the U.S. However, we can show you countless times that Meghan was seen in the public attending public duties and personal duties. Probably she doesn't need her keys and documents to travel to those events. Just saying. Next claim, the media treated her differently because of her race. Meghan then claimed that the abuse she received from the media was due to her mixed race. She called out the media's favoritism of some family members over the others. Even worse than the abuse Kate received, saying that rude and racist are not the same. It wasn't just because she was not just British, it was because of her skin color. Meghan also said that the royal shrugged it off, dismissing the abuse and extra interest in her because that's happened to all of them. To be fair, Kate Middleton and other royals such as Princess Anne, Queen Elizabeth's daughter, Princess Beatrice, and Princess Eugenia did get their fair share of social media and tabloids negativity. For some time, Kate suffered from being dubbed the cruel nickname of Weighty Katie. Princess Anne was dubbed Her Royal Rudeness for some time as well. But believe it or not, Meghan Markle may not be the first British royal in history to have a darker skin color. The first black member of the British monarchy is believed to be Charlotte of Mecklenburg-Strelitz. Charlotte's story dates back to 1761 when she married Britain's George III. Charlotte was the queen consort, and during her reign she was ruthlessly mocked for her looks and, according to critics, true mulatto face. All right, that's all we have for you today on the history-changing interview that Harry and Meghan had with Oprah Winfrey. But before we go, we should add that this interview was thought to be something long in the works. For years, allegedly, Oprah has been wanting, or rather courting, Meghan to do an interview, even before the couple stepped down. However, just last year, Lady O denied these claims, but apparently Meghan's people have been reaching people in ABC, NBC, and CBS. Well, Meghan's got her interview and millions' attention. After being snubbed by Queen Elizabeth, they certainly have her attention now. The palace has released a statement saying some recollections may vary, of course pointing out that there are two sides to the story. We want to point out that Lady O didn't disclose to the audience that this interview was a marketing strategy of introducing the Duke and Duchess to the United States audience. According to the Wall Street Journal, CBS paid around $7 to $9 million to Harpo Studios for the interview rights. CBS now has the right to market the interview in international markets. The interview deal proved to be a lucrative one for CBS too, as more than 49.1 million across the world have watched the bombshell interview. CBS said the audience was only growing and planned to rebroadcast the interview in the U.S. on Friday. It proves that this is all about profiting off the royal family. We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.